Hi everyone, this is the second part of general safety in the workshop. You are welcome back. So at the first part, I let you know the instructional objective for this course as at the end of this study session, you should be able to understand the concept of ergonomics in the workshop, understand accident and its causes in the workshop, and identify safety signs and the applications in the workshop, as well identify health and safety equipment and the applications in the workshop, and understand hazard and way of controlling hazard in the workshop. So we've started with ergonomics. What is meant by ergonomics? We started by personal safety in the workshop, as the safety commences with you and me as a way of preventing accidents, and also ergonomics of the workshop. How did the concept of it, how the ergonomics form as ergon and normals, as the scientific study of human work. And the goal of ergonomics, we made mention of it as it reduces and eliminates work-related musculoskeletal disorders by adapting the work to fit the workers instead of forcing the person to adapt to the work. That is the goals of ergonomics. So we've discussed about the ergonomic control method at the first lecture. Here we continue about how you can control the ergonomic control method in the workshop. Part of it is usage of PPE, the usage of personal protective equipment. So personal protective equipment is what is referred to as PPE. Number one of it, we have PPE for the hand. That's a safety goggle. Have your safety gloves. Safety glove you wear to your hand to protect your hand against any hot objects, any flying hot objects, any sharp objects whenever you are walking. That's a PP for the hand, is hand glove. And as of three, is of many types depending on the operation you want to carry out. We have leather hand glove, we have cloth hand glove, we have rubber hand glove. Depending on the operation you want to carry out, we determine the type you are going to use. And also we have ear muff to protect your ears against excess noise. So the ear muff is look like this, you put it on like this one. So it protects your ear against excess noise that generates during practical in the workshop. And also we have a safety boot. Safety boot, that's a PP for the leg, to protect your leg against any sharp object, any hot object in the workshop. Not ordinary shoe that you are going to party or you are going to the office. There's a safety boot for the workshop, exercise or sites that are related to production. And also the helmet. Helmet is a plastic cap you wear to cover your head. Not ordinary plastic. It is a special material used to produce that helmet to protect your head or anybody that work in the workshop from falling objects. And also we have goggle, safety goggle to protect the eyes against any flying hot and sharp objects, even against the ultraviolet ray. So the type of operation you want to carry out will determine the type of safety goggle you are going to use. They have different types. We have a transparent safety goggle, as well we have opaque safety goggle, that like the one that are using for welding operation. Now also we have the nose guard to protect the nose from the inhaling of hazardous gases in the workshop. And also we have a laboratory coat that you wear, you put on like the lab coat you are using in the physics lab. Also we make use of it in the workshop. And also if you get anyone that's using the company, is welcome during your practical exercise in the workshop. Just make sure you get appropriate PPE that of your size. Don't buy undersized and don't buy oversized. Buy your size for your own comfortability as part of ergonomic control method in the workshop. Advantages of ergonomics applications. Appropriate applications of ergonomics principle in the workshop can result to increased productivity, improve health and safety of workers, lower workers' compensation claim, improves job satisfaction, increase work quality, improve morale of workers, likewise decrease absenteeism rate, among others. All this, they had the advantages of ergonomics applications in the workshop or anywhere you are. Accident and its causes in the workshop. What is meant by accident? Accident can be described as spontaneous events that possess capability to cause damage to properties and loss of life. Accidents are generally caused by one, by unsafe acts, unsafe practices of workers. It's also caused by unsafe physical conditions. And the third one is act of nature, like flood, hurricane, among others, natural occurrence events that can lead to accidents. But the one that is common in the workshop is unsafe practices or unsafe act of workers and unsafe physical condition. Unsafe practices of workers. Unsafe practices are referred to as series of unsatisfactory behaviors displayed by workers which have the potential of causing accidents in the workshop. Which have potential of causing accidents in the workshop. If you are in the workshop, you don't put on your lab coats very well, it's unsafe practice. You are in the workshop, you engage in horseplay, it's unsafe practices. So you can see an example of unsafe practices are with reference to the diagram here, this diagram, this is the typical of workshop. So unsafe practice that notable here that I can discover here, sitting on the dustbin. You can see this gentle lady sitting on the dustbin, the lady that wearing green clothes, sitting on the dustbin is unsafe practice. Likewise, standing under the untied load without PPE, you can see untied load dangling up there. Dangling up. If somebody's standing underneath without put on the right safety PPE is unsafe practices. Likewise, engage in horseplay or careless with gas welding equipment is also unsafe practices in the workshop. So any behavior that worker can display, that you can display in the workshop that can lead to accidents, they are referred to as what? As unsafe practices. Then unsafe practices can lead to accidents. Unsafe physical conditions. Unsafe physical conditions, it means the situation that possess a level of threat to safe operational outcome in the workshop. That possess a level of threat to safe operational outcome in the workshop. Example of it is, as you look at this diagram, we talk about the suspended load. So this suspended load, as you see it, is not well tight. It's unsafe condition because the pipe can fall down easily. Likewise, untied suspended load, sharp object on the floor. You look at the sharp object, there's a plank on the floor with a pointed nail. That's a sharp object. It's unsafe condition. This type of thing is supposed to be removed from the floor of the workshop. Likewise, you see the spillage of oil on the ground. The spillage of oil or water in the workshop can lead to accident. That is an unsafe condition. So that the condition that can cause accidents that are unsafe for the worker to work, they are simply referred to as unsafe condition. So whenever you want to work in the workshop, you meet the workshop untidy. You tie the workshop before you commence your work. After you finish your work, you tie the workshop and make sure that the workshop environment are in good order. Health and safety equipment. Health and safety equipment. Health and safety equipment are safely installed and utilized mainly for the sustenance of workers' health and safety in the workshop and laboratories. What are the health and safety equipment? Example of it is first aid box. First aid box, it contains medical materials for assignment. If anybody sustain minor injury in the workshop, there's a iodine there. Even there's a paracetamol, there's a cotton wool, among others. So it contains medical materials to treat minor injury in the workshop. We have fire extinguisher. It's part of to extinguish the fire in the workshop that might erupted in workshop. Here is a smoke detector. There's no fire without a smoke. So whenever there's a smoke in the workshop, there's a smoke detector that will detect it before it boom out. And also there's a exhaust fan to evacuate exhaust gases, to evacuate dangerous gases in the workshop, to evacuate unsafe gases, fumes in the workshop. And also here is a wash hand basin. Wash hand basin is available in the workshop with a running water. So after you work finish or during working, you want to clean your hand, there's a wash hand basin there with a running tap water. After you finish practical exercise in the workshop as well, you want to make yourself neat and tidy before you move out of the workshop. Is available there. Even in our workshop, there's a mirror. You want to look at mirror is available for you there to checkmate your physical appearances. So all this one, they are referred to as health and safety equipment in the workshop. We have everything. Safety signs in the workshop. Safety signs in the workshop. So the safety signs are referred to as non-verbal means of communication. Non-verbal means of communication that display all safety-related rules and regulations in the workshop. Non-verbal means of communication that display all safety-related rules and regulations in the workshop. They are referred to as safety signs. So example of it is no smoking. So example of the safety sign are prohibition sign. Prohibition sign. All activity that's prohibited. This prohibition sign will tell. Example of it is no smoking. So we have a no smoking sign in the workshop to tell you that smoking is prohibited. Smoking is prohibited. Likewise, you go to petrol station, you see a prohibition sign there, no smoking. That means no smoking in the filling station. And also we have a mandatory sign. Mandatory sign are the sign that tell you what to carry out, what to do at the right time, at the right place in the workshop. It has a blue background, round blue background with a pictorial of what must be worn. Like this one that have a pictorial here, you see here muff, you see helmet, you see a safety goggle. So that mandatory sign is telling you that here, eye and head protection must be worn. It's a must be worn. That is a mandatory sign of what should be carried out. After the mandatory sign, we have the warning sign. Warning sign is warning you of what to do, of what not to do in the workshop or anywhere. You can see the danger, high voltage. So that wherever there's a high current or wherever there's a flammable materials, there's a warning sign there to tell you that don't move closer to that place. If you visit estate as well, you can see a warning sign there that tell you that keep off. Police dog is around. Keep off. High voltage is here. Keep off. Flammable liquid is here. That is a warning sign. Another sign that we have is a safe condition sign. Safe condition sign, it has a gray background with the pictorial of what will be carried out. So if you see any type of this sign, it's referred to as safe condition sign. So we have emergency medical shower here. So if you go to chemistry department of Unilag, they have emergency medical shower there in case if during practical exercise maybe the acid spill out. So to quickly wash the hand or any part that affected by acid, that is the emergency medical shower is available. Another safety sign that are available is a fire equipment signs. Fire equipment sign to indicate fire equipment that are available. So in the workshop, our workshop or our petrol stations, you see the safety fire equipment sign there, fire extinguisher. So this fire extinguisher is hung beside the real fire extinguisher. And also, another sign here is is evacuation sign. You see that gentleman running. Evacuation sign is usually hung to the direction where the people will move out in case if there's an emergency. If you go to bank, if you go to any company, production company, it's usually hung to tell you in case of emergency, this direction, run away through this direction. That's the emergency evacuation sign. So all this one, among others, they are referred to as safety sign. So the next sign, the next on the agenda regarding to the safety in the workshop is hazard and ways of controlling hazard in the workshop. Hazards and way of controlling hazard in the workshop. Hazard in the workshop can be described as a situation that intimidates the safety and well-being of the worker. Situation that intimidates or possess level of threat to the well-being of the workers. That is hazard. An hazard can be controlled. Number one, at the source. It can be controlled as the exposed employee. It can be controlled along the path, and also it can be controlled recovery after the release of hazard. Because there is a 4-way of controlling hazard in the workshop. This is the end. Also, we have a safety slogan. Safety slogan that you must be singing and put into practice like national anthem. He who walks safely today, live tomorrow. He who walks safely today, live tomorrow. Safety begins with teamwork. Better to be safe than to be sorry. Stop accidents before they stop you. Your good health is your greater wealth. Among others, you can see them well stated from beginning to the end. Reciting them and put them into practice for your own safety, for our own safety, and for the safety of our workshop in general. This is the end of the lecture for the safety, general safety in the workshop. Additional material is already uploaded for you on the platform, LMS platform, for you to watch the video, to do, and also assignments are also there for you. Have a nice day. To work safely today, live tomorrow, and it's better to be many times safe than to get case once. Have a nice day. Meet you for the next lecture. Bye-bye.